Have you ever really thought about why scary movies love the woods? Especially, at night, or that whole cabin in the woods
That's
thing.
absolutely. It's such a classic trope for a reason.
Exactly. And it hits some really deep fears, doesn't it?
Primal stuff, yeah. That feeling of being completely cut off.
Right, the isolation. You're miles from anywhere, totally vulnerable. And then there's the dark.
Mm-hmm. No city lights, just blackness. You have no idea what's out there.
Or what might be watching you. And the woods themselves, I mean, perfect cover.
For anything, really. Animal, human,
Yeah.
something else. It's that uncertainty.
Hollywood gets it. It works because it taps into fears we all kind of share, deep down. So today, we're doing a deep dive into a true story that isn't just a movie plot. It's about these exact fears, that isolation, that darkness.
And the real psychological hit it takes on someone. We're going beyond the cliche to look at genuine, inexplicable terror.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's 2010. We're focusing on a 17-year-old kid.
And he's going through something incredibly tough. His father had just suddenly passed away.
Yeah, and it hit the family hard. They were apparently super close, spent a lot of time together.
Which brings up something important. They had this family cabin near Mount Bachelor in Oregon. It was their place, you know?
Full of good memories.
Exactly. Hunting, skiing, snowboarding with his dad, just pure joy. So what happens when a place like that, a place of comfort, suddenly feels empty or worse?
That's a heavy question. So the family's dealing with everything, settling the estate, and they decide they have to sell the cabin.
Which must have been devastating for the boy.
Totally. He asks his mom, look, can I just go up there one last time, kind of say goodbye to his dad, to the place, make one last good memory?
A final moment before it's gone forever.
And his mom got it. She said yes.
So he heads up there.
Yep. Loads up the car his dad left him, grabs snacks, drinks, takes the family dog midnight, just planning for a short, sort of reflective trip.
Trying to reclaim that space one last time.
He thought it would be peaceful. Just him, midnight, and the memories.
But we need to picture this cabin to really get the atmosphere later on. Can you describe the layout?
Right. So it's 2 stories, but it's built into the mountainside,
Okay.
meaning the whole back half. Basically no windows, solid wall against the earth, except for one tiny little sliver in the bathroom.
Wow. Okay, so the back is blind.
Totally blind. But the front had lots of windows, double-decked. Upstairs, the main bedroom opened onto this walkout balcony.
And downstairs.
Just the living room, TV, small kitchen. Pretty standard cabin setup from the front.
And the surroundings. You mentioned Mount Bachelor.
Heavily forested, super dense woods all around. They basically carved out just enough space for the cabin and a small driveway in front.
So a little island in the trees?
Pretty much. And about 100 yards out from that clearing, the tree line just gets incredibly thick all around.
Got it. Total immersion in the woods.
And one more detail, this becomes important. There's this one big tree they left standing right out front. They called it the sitting tree.
My sitting tree.
Because about 20 feet up, there was this big branch sticking out almost perfectly flat, like a perch. A natural seat.
Huh. Weird.
And the creepy part, it faced directly into the cabin's front windows. And there was no obvious way to climb up there easily. It just sat there, watching.
Okay, that's already a bit unsettling, just the silent observer.
Right, so the first couple of days go by. And they're great, peaceful, happy. He's playing video games, snowboarding, feeling connected to his dad's memory. Exactly what he wanted.
The calm before the storm, perhaps?
You could say that because the third day, that's when things got, in his words, pretty weird.
What happened?
He woke up and it had snowed. A lot, like several feet overnight, and it was still coming down hard.
Okay, so snowed in.
Yeah, he decided, right, just stay inside with midnight. Cozy day.
But then something happens, right? This is where that first little crack appears.
Yes, midday. He takes midnight out for a quick break. And he sees them.
Yeah.
Footprints.
In the fresh snow.
In the fresh snow.
Mm-hmm.
Look pretty recent. They came out of the deep woods, walked around the entire front of the cabin, and then went up the mountain behind it.
Whoa. Okay, that's not normal.
Not at all. He tried to rationalize it, maybe someone lost. A neighbor checking things out. But it definitely stuck with him. Made him uneasy.
That rationalization is key, isn't it? Trying to maintain that sense of normalcy, even when your gut says something's off.
Totally. So, night comes. He stays up late playing video games again. Before bed, he goes around, makes sure everything is locked up tight. Downstairs, windows, doors, draws all the blackout curtains, shuts the blinds.
Battening down the hatches.
Exactly. Then he heads upstairs to the master bedroom with Midnight. Tries to settle in.
And the dog.
Midnight had been sleeping. But then she just bolts upright in the bed, ears pricked. staring right at the stairs leading down.
Oh, boy.
And then she just sprints downstairs,
Okay.
starts pacing back and forth by the front door, whining, clearly desperate to go outside.
Okay, that's instant chills with the footprints earlier.
Right. He's immediately unnerved. He goes downstairs thinking, okay, maybe she just really has to go.
But it wasn't that, was it?
No. He opens the door, lets her out a bit, but she doesn't try to pee. Instead, she starts stalking around the corner of the house, towards the front clearing.
Stalking.
Yeah, like hunting. And she's looking intensely, like laser focus, across the clearing towards that sitting tree area, just fixated on the tree line.
Something only she could sense. That animal's sixth sense.
Exactly. He got this feeling she was about to just bolt into the woods after whatever it was. So he grabs her, has to physically drag her back inside,
Smart move.
double checks all the locks again, forces her back upstairs, but she refuses to get back on the bed. She just stands there, staring at the stairs, wanting out.
The tension's just building and building. The dog knows something's wrong.
He lies there for maybe half an hour, just trying to calm down, trying to sleep. Total silence except for the wind, maybe.
And then?
Then he hears it, right above his head, on the roof. Footsteps.
Footsteps. Like a person.
He said it sounded like hooves.
Hooves? On the roof.
Yeah, like maybe 6 distinct steps. Thump, 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 right over the bedroom. And the dog, Midnight, instantly looks straight up at the ceiling with him.
Okay, that's deeply strange. Hooves. How does anything get on the roof, first of all? Especially without a huge crash or sound of landing.
That's what he thought. It made no sense. A deer, a moose, how, and why hooves?
It violates basic logic.
Oh.
Which makes it terrifying. It suggests something unnatural.
The footsteps stop. Just silence again. Midnight immediately walks over to the glass balcony door, staring out into the dark.
She's still keyed up.
Oh, yeah. And the boy, he's terrified. I mean, completely alone out there. But he feels like he has to look.
Oh, man. Takes guts.
Huge guts. He creeps over, slides open the heavy blackout curtains, unlocks the sliding glass door, and opens it just a crack. Grabs his flashlight,
What does he do first?
checks the roof directly above the balcony, looks up. Nothing. No tracks in the snow that fell on the roof earlier. Nothing.
Okay, relief, maybe. Fleeting relief.
For a split second. Then he starts scanning the clearing with his flashlight beam, sweeps it down from the roofline, across the snowy yard, towards that tree line, towards the sitting tree.
Yeah.
And the beam stops on the sitting tree. On that perch, 20 feet off the ground,
Don't tell me.
there's a man crouched on the branch.
No, crouched, 20 feet up.
Crouched, holding onto the branch above him with his hands, and he looked wrong, unnaturally tall, even crouched.
Oh my God.
His mouth was open, and he was just staring directly at the boy, unblinking, less than 50 yards away.
Unblinking, mouth open, tall, 20 feet up a tree with no easy way up. This is nightmare territory.
Absolutely terrifying, just picturing it.
It combines everything, doesn't it? The isolation, the dark, the impossible position, the unnatural appearance, that direct predatory gaze. It's designed to just break your sense of reality. That open mouth detail is particularly disturbing, like something inhuman.
He panicked, obviously. Dropped the flashlight in the snow, scrambled, picked it back up real quick, heart pounding, shined it instantly back at the branch.
Done.
Vanished.
Done.
Completely. No sign of him dropping to the ground, no tracks leading away from the base of the tree right then.
Yeah.
Just empty branch.
That's impossible.
He didn't wait to figure it out. Grabbed Midnight, practically threw her back inside, slammed and locked the balcony door, yanked the blinds shut, killed the light, jumped back into bed, pulling the covers up.
And the dog.
Midnight was terrified now, too, clinging right to him, shaking.
I don't blame her.
Mhm.
Or him. Wow.
His mind is just racing, right? Did I actually see that? Was that real? How does a person, especially a tall one, get 20 feet up that specific tree?
With no ladder, no easy climb.
Exactly. And the roof. If something could get up the tree like that, maybe it was on the roof earlier, the hoof sounds, it all starts swirling together into just pure terror.
The not knowing is almost worse.
And it wasn't over. Not by a long shot. He's lying there terrified, trying to process the man in the tree, and then he hears it. Tapping.
Tapping, where?
On the front door downstairs. Like a single finger. Tap, 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 tap on the window pane of the door.
Oh, come on.
It stops. He hears faint footsteps crunching in the snow outside. Then the tapping starts again, but on the side wall of the cabin.
Moving around.
Yes. It moves along the wall, then stops. Starts again at the tiny bathroom window, that little sliver of glass. just feet away from where he's imagining himself downstairs.
Taunting him.
Circling, keeps going. Around to the other side wall, back to the front window again, then the front door. Tap, tap, tap.
This is psychological warfare. From the visual shock of the man in the tree to this constant invasive sound, it's surrounding him, invading his safe space. It's deliberate.
And then the tapping moves upstairs to the balcony.
Right outside his bedroom door.
Right on the big sliding glass doors, the ones he just looked out of. Right behind the blackout curtain he just pulled shut. Tap, tap, tap. On and on.
Directly behind him, unbelievable pressure.
Finally, after what felt like forever, the tapping on the balcony door stops. But then it moves to the roof. Right above his head again.
Oh, no, again.
That same rhythmic tapping. Tap, tap, tap. And it just continues all night long.
Just relentless, no sleep, just pure auditory torture layered on the visual horror.
Imagine lying there, wide awake, listening to that directly overhead until the sun comes up.
I can't. That's a special kind of hell.
So finally dawn breaks. Sunlight starts filtering in. The tapping has stopped. He hasn't slept. Not even for a second.
Adrenaline's still pumping, I bet.
For sure. He finally builds up the courage to go to the balcony door again. Peeks through the curtains. Nothing there. Opens the curtains fully.
Evidence.
Oh, yeah. Clear footprints all over the balcony. Back and forth, back and forth. Someone was pacing out there all night long, right outside his door.
Okay, validation. It wasn't just his mind playing tricks.
Not at all. He jumps out onto the balcony, looks up at the roof above it. More footprints up there, too.
Confirms the sounds from earlier.
Definitely. Then he looks down from the balcony, scanning the whole area around the cabin. And he sees it, what he called a racetrack of footprints.
A racetrack?
Yeah, like someone had just circled and circled and circled the entire cabin all night, stalking it in the snow.
My God, the tapping wasn't just random points. It was someone physically walking the perimeter, tapping as they went.
Exactly. And the tracks led back from the cabin all the way to the base of the sitting tree.
Back to the tree.
And from the tree, they just went straight back into the dense woods and vanished.
Wow. So the physical evidence confirms the entire terrifying sequence. The pacing, the presence on the roof, the connection to that impossible perch in the tree.
It proves something was there, tormenting him all night.
And that physical proof, even without knowing what it was, is crucial. It grounds the terror in reality, but the unanswered what keeps it deeply unsettling. As the source says, he had no idea what it was. Even if it was just a very disturbed human, the climbing, the sounds, the appearance, it's utterly terrifying if it was something else.
Well, yeah. He didn't stick around to analyze it further, packed his car as fast as he could, got midnight in there, and just left.
I don't blame him one bit.
He said he was never so relieved about anything as the fact that his family had sold that cabin, vowed he would never, ever go back.
Can't imagine he would. Just an absolutely chilling experience.
It really is. This whole deep dive, it just perfectly shows how a place you love, a place of comfort, can flip into like the setting for unimaginable terror.
Driven by those core fears we talked about, being alone, the darkness, the complete unknown lurking just outside.
And the story's impact isn't just that one visual, the man in the tree, as terrifying as that was. It's the whole night. That relentless psychological pressure, feeling hunted, watched.
Besieged in your own sanctuary.
Exactly.
And it really makes you think, doesn't it? What does an experience like that do to your sense of safety when a place meant for solace becomes the source of such profound, unexplained dread?
How do you even process that? You have the footprints, real physical evidence, but absolutely no explanation for what caused them.
What does that do to how you see the world, especially the parts of it you thought were safe, or at least understood? It leaves you questioning everything.
And that kind of questioning, exploring these deep, sometimes unsettling stories and the insights they offer, that's really what we aim for here on The Deep Dive.
Cutting through the noise, finding those core ideas.
And hopefully leaving you with something interesting, maybe a little chilling to think about.
Yeah.
Until next time.